We are here in the sustainability class, so welcome. May you please introduce yourself?
So, hi, hello everyone. My name is Joseph Chovanec, but everyone calls me Joseph. So, I'm 42, and for something like 20 years, I've been traveling around the world, talking to many people about disabilities, special needs, and how to build together a more inclusive, a more dynamic society.
Okay, thank you very much. I think you have a special message here to our students, so they will be future manager in the hospitality industry. And so, floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you. Of course, inclusivity is important in every branch of the economy, but in my opinion, for hospitality, it's really at the very core of every business we can build, because the hospitality is based upon interhuman relationships, and those relationships have to take into account the real nature of the human being. And human beings are multifold, manifold, and there is not a single pattern of how one should be human. And people with so-called special needs are actually part of this very broad pattern, this very broad spectrum of what being human means. And in my opinion, if we want to build a successful company, especially in the hospitality industry, we must put a very strong focus on inclusivity and being as close to possible to the real human needs and human nature.
Okay, thank you very much. Would you like maybe to explain us a bit more about the sentence, nothing without us, nothing about us without us?
Well, nothing about us without us is a very famous sentence in the field of autism and special needs in general. But actually, it should not be a specific sentence to this domain of disability. It should be about democracy in general. Actually, nothing about us without us. It's more a key component of any democratic society, not just for people with disabilities. But unfortunately, as soon as there is a person with special needs, we tend to overlook them. We don't talk directly to the person, we tend to avoid their opinion, etc. So that's why there is this very strong emphasis upon this sentence, nothing about us without us. And I would say that in the field of management, there is this very sentence should be at the very core of our action. And I think that a good manager is not a person or not only a person who is very bright and smart. That's, of course, that's very required and very useful. But I think the most successful manager is the person who can include in their decision-making process every aspect of human life and every, I would say, profile of human beings. And the more inclusive the decision process is, the more successful the decisions at the end of the game will be.
Okay, thank you very much. And to conclude, do you have any tips for our future manager here in the classroom?
Definitely. I think the best part in life is discovering, not only discovering places, that's great, of course, but discovering people, different people. How do they think? How do they live? What are their dreams? And the more time we spend with different people, the more we have a bright and more interesting life. And I think that it is the core component of any education in order to become a manager, especially in the hospitality industry, is to know as many as possible kinds of human beings. And the manifold patterns of being human are not only something that can make us grow, but it's also a source of happiness, of pleasure. I'm pretty sure that one of the very few sources of happiness that does not exhaust itself is that the human discovery of how interesting human beings can be. And well, as for myself, if I may end on a very personal note, I think that I was actually blessed by nature in some way. Of course, I had a very rough childhood for many kind of reasons, but due to my very specific profile, I have this opportunity every day to meet great people, people I would certainly not have met otherwise. So that's why I think that this adventure, this human adventure, actually can be a blessing. And I'm pretty sure that we can build a completely new, completely better, and more interesting economy together.
Okay, thank you very much. It was very inspiring. I'm sure it's going to be also very inspiring for our students. Thank you very much,
Thank
Natasha.
you.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Thank you.